Dembele's Ballon d'Or run started in January last year, and that changed the game. Players realized that you don't need to dominate so much from August, so still be consistent. But if you turn up the heat halfway through the season, you can still win it all. Now everyone is fired up, trying to stake their claim as the best player in the world, and the competition is ruthless. And Lamine Yamal is right there in that conversation. 1 goal, 1 assist against Copenhagen in the Champions League. 2 goals, 1 assist in 4 La Liga games this year, including that ridiculous overhead kick against Real Oviedo. 2 goals in the Copa del Rey. Remember that insane volley against Albacete? The kid is different. Let me take you back a bit. Lamine started getting consistent minutes in the 2023-24 season when Xavi brought him into the starting 11. He was really good for his age, don't get me wrong, but I'd seen this movie before with Ansu Fati. Injuries destroyed Ansu, our star boy, and after going through that heartbreak once, I had to guard my heart. I wasn't ready to put all my hopes in another teenager. Lamine had other ideas. Euro 2024 put him on the global stage. He already had 3 assists in his first 5 games and cemented that right-wing spot for Spain. But it was the game against France where the world realized we weren't dealing with a wonder kid anymore. We were dealing with a potential all-time great. That goal he scored, unreal, turned the world upside down before Olmo could seal the win 4 minutes later. The La Masia graduate won Man of the Match and was officially etched into the minds of every football fan on the planet. It was the first of many times that he dunked on Kylian Mbappe. Then came the final against England, where he was pivotal again, assisting Nico Williams for the opening goal. Yamal was named Young Player of the Tournament. He was only 16 years old. The streets were reading, remember the name. Fast forward to the 24-25 season, all hell broke loose. His calm demeanor at the Santiago Bernabeu, closed roof, hostile crowd, sent shockwaves through Europe. Barcelona's rushed Real Madrid 4-0. Despite the boos and some racist chants from certain sections of the crowd, Yamal was calm as ever. That celebration said everything. It's my turf. Then came the individual awards, the Copa Trophy, the Golden Boy Award, which, before this video, I genuinely thought were the same thing. Turns out, Golden Boy is UEFA based only, while the Copa Trophy is open to players from all 6 FIFA confederations. Copa is based on 1 season, like the 24-25 season, while Golden Boy is based on a calendar year, and you can only win the Golden Boy Award once. Comparisons to Adagula and Hendrik, not even a competition anymore. In the Champions League, he passed every eye test. 2 Player of the Match awards, 5 goals, 4 assists. His performance against Inter was world class, even though he hit the post, which led to that Acerbi goal. By the end of the season, he had 18 goals and 25 assists. He won his 2nd Copa Trophy in December and finished 2nd in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Let's talk numbers for a second because the stats are insane. He had the most dribbles last season with 145. Doku was 2nd with 90 in their individual leagues. Not even close. He won 248 duels. A successful duel is when a player successfully comes out on top in a 50-50 physical contest for the ball. And he was only behind Benjamin Andre and Lucas Toro, who are both midfielders. He's the only attacker in the top 14 slots, with Semenyo coming in at 15th with 215 duels won. This stat is wild because it's filled with midfielders like Caicedo and defenders like Dogu, who was playing as wingback. It shows just how much of an attacking threat Lamine is. He was also tied for the most through balls with Bruno Fernandes and Ryan Cherky at 14 within their respective leagues. But despite all these accolades, he had one flaw, which was his finishing. Other than his trademark Robben-esque cut inside and shoot with the left foot, there were chances he missed that seemed fair for a player his caliber. He had 144 shots in La Liga last season, just behind Mbappe's 161. But his conversion rate, 6.25%. 9 goals from 144 shots. That's why Rafinha edged him in terms of goals by a country mile. Rafinha had 114 shots and scored 18 goals. That was a conversion rate of 15.78%. Ruthless. This season though, different story. Lamine has played 29 games, 14 goals, 13 assists. His creativity has either improved slightly or stayed the same, but his finishing has drastically improved. This season, he's taken 76 shots in La Liga and scored 9 goals, an 11.84% conversion rate. Almost double what it was last season, and this is only half the season. His assist numbers would be light years ahead if Ferran Torres and Lewandowski were more clinical, especially Ferran. Bro scores the toughest goals and misses absolute sitters every game. Honestly, I'd prefer Endrick as Barca's number 9, but I don't want a reverse Luis Figo incident on my hands. Endrick is very clinical when given room, a video on him later. At only 18 years old, these numbers are impeccable. Let's compare him to some of the century's greats when they were 18. Messi at 18, he had 10 goals, 6 assists in 34 appearances. That is 0.471 goal contributions per game. Cumulative by that age, he had 11 goals and 6 assists in 43 appearances. That is 0.395 per game. Ronaldo at 18 had 1 goal and 3 assists in 36 appearances. That's 0.11 goal contributions per game. Cumulatively, 6 goals, 7 assists in 55 appearances, 0.236 per game. Mbappe at 18. This one's tricky because he turned 19 halfway through the 17-18 season. But at Monaco in the 16-17 season, he had 28 goals and 14 assists in games. That's 0.913 per game. Insane. Cumulatively, by the time he turned 19, averaging out the 17-18 season, he had 44 goals and 27 assists in 96 games. That is 0.73 per game, significantly higher than Messi and Ronaldo. Then come Neymar at 18. In Brazil's 2009-2010 season, he had 42 goals and 21 assists in 60 games, 1.05 per game. That was ridiculous. Cumulatively, by the time he turned 19, he had 54 goals and 30 assists in 108 appearances, a 0.77 per game. And Ansu Fati, by the time he turned 19, he had 13 senior goals total. Injuries killed his trajectory. But Yamal at 18, this season alone, he has 14 goals and 13 assists in 29 games. That is 0.931 goal contributions per game. Cumulatively across his entire career so far, he has 39 goals, 47 assists in 106 appearances. That is 0.811 per game. Neymar was in another stratosphere with 54 goals, but he was playing in Brazil. However, there's still a reason why he was 10th in the Ballon d'Or at 19, despite being at Santos outside Europe. But Yamal is doing this in Europe against some of the best defenders in the world. Of all players his age, Lamine has the highest goal contributions per game cumulatively at 0.811. Then Neymar, 0.777. Only Neymar had a higher goal contributions tally at that age, and the season is not yet over. Anyway, guys, with this finishing Infinity Stone now collected and being loaded into the gauntlet, the second half of the season could catapult Yamal to record-breaking numbers. He may be genuinely unstoppable. See you guys in the next video.